New year, new driver. Thanks to our friends at Callaway, we're ahead of the queue on this. The new Paradym has had an upgrade. It's the AI Smoke. It's pretty cool, and I'm going to give it that straight out of the wrapper. It looks fantastic. I'm Derek from ForeGolf. I'm going to give you some insights now into some of the adjustability of this club and how we're going to use this for our fittings. The invitation is not just about how it performs for me, it's more about what I'm going to do with this moving forward in terms of weights, adjustability. So it's an important video if you're thinking about this driver for the new year and you've got a shot miss that you're working on. Right, there's 4 models. Get ready, here we go. We've got the AI Smoke Max, we have the Triple Diamond, we have the MaxD, and we have the Max Fast. It also comes in ladies versions as well in the Max, the MaxD, and the Fast. The first thing to know is this driver is uber adjustable except for one model, and I'll review that later on down in the video, so keep watching. If you're new to the channel, this is custom fitting information about golf clubs. If you're into your golf, you're thinking about upgrading your driver this year, this is a video you're going to just want to watch to get some reference around the adjustability and how I'm adjusting it, shaft detail, that kind of thing. So keep watching, like, subscribe, you know the usual. Okay, AI Smoke in the Max. This is probably going to be the driver that I'm going to use the most this year for fitting. The reason being, it has the most amount of adjustability. Okay, so there's a big adjustable weight at the back of the club. This weight slides up and down, so it's into the fade, neutral, and more draw position. It also has a custom weight that we use as club makers up front that we will use for tinkering the weight depending on the length of the shaft. And it has a really cool hosel. In fact, probably my favorite hosel because it doesn't affect the face angle too much when you're doing adjustments for loft within it. Keep watching, I'll explain later on. This driver is now, I guess, lighter. So what does that mean? Well, the chassis now is made of complete carbon fiber. It's a 360-degree carbon fiber chassis, one of the few in the golf industry, and it's even lighter again. They've machined this down even lighter. They've made it stronger. And what does that do? Well, what it really does is it gives us back more weight as club designers or club technicians, where we can then position the weight within the club or move the weight within the club to have a much, I guess, bigger effect on how I'm getting that club head to move through impact. And this is what's affecting then the ball flight. Weight and adjustability of say, the Max is going to be one of those big drivers that we're going to work a lot with this year. They've refined the face as well. This is the first AI designed product to market. And kind of Callaway are kind of a little bit at the front of this because they were the first to the party when it comes to AI design. They were the first to invest in a big program around AI. They've installed special servers and computers that, redesigned the face to suit those off-center strikes. Am I seeing it during fitting? I kind of am. Ball speeds are retained, but the big story for me is the ability for me to manipulate weight around this driver. So the Max is going to be one that we're going to use a lot. And in terms of the actual hosel, this is where it takes on a mind of its own. We're going to use the weight at the back to help us with draw. So if you're a big slicer of the ball, the Max is the driver to go for because it has the most amount of adjustability. I'm going to slide that weight into the draw position, and then I'm going to manage the flight based on the hosel. So I'm going to move it into the D setting, which is for more draw, and then I'm going to alternate the flight if I need it from the loft. So for instance, if I have 10.5 and my launch angle is quite high or low, I can manipulate the ring to go plus or minus or +2, depending on what sort of pitch I'm looking for. It's important to note, take note, get your pen out. Most of these drivers are going to spin very low. It's the combination of how the carbon fiber and this weighting at the back is being used, it creates a lower spin. So if you're in any doubt as to what loft you should get, and you haven't got the ability to actually measure yourself on TrackMan or on GC or one of the launch monitors, go up in loft. That's my key advice. So go up in loft and then use the sleeve to get that pitch angle just right. The launch angle is critical for this because if you don't get the launch right, the spin is low, you're going to not be getting the distance that you're expecting. In terms of shafts, good range of shafts this year. I'm kind of liking that 10 side that's coming in. It actually is quite good, but mainly go through different shaft options, and the shaft length is quite long. It's at 45.75. You might want to look at getting that customized a bit shorter if needs be based on your stroke. Okay, so if that's the Max with the adjustable weight, then the next driver is MaxD. It isn't really a massive draw product because there's no additional weight in the heel of this club, but the hosel setting is a little bit more upright from standard, which means the driver does play a little bit more draw bias, but you're going to want to use the hosel on this thing. If you have a slice, you buy the MaxD, use the hosel into the D setting, and again, use the loft to your advantage based on the flight you want. Maybe go up in loft. This is coming in the higher lofts as well. Maybe access those to get a bit of better flight on it. Triple Diamond. So Triple Diamond has been a fabulous driver for us in the Paradym from last season. This season, I'm not expecting anything different. If you're a strong ball striker, if you hit it hard and you want control of the spin, Triple Diamond is the one to go for. If you're looking to control the flight on the ball, so if you hit the driver very high or to try and get it flatter and get it moving forward, Triple Diamond is where it's at. Again, lower loft settings on this makes it easier to get that trajectory right, but it is going to spin low. There's a weighting on the bottom as well that we've been using in workshop. Don has actually been, our master club maker, has been using these weights to customize whether we want a little bit more moment of inertia, so weight at the back, or we want to weight a little bit more forward to help bring that spin and bring that launch angle down. These weights are probably more for the club making side of things and custom fitting. It's not really something you should do yourself at home, maybe get a fitter to do it for you, but we have been seeing much better kind of pitch windows or windows of trajectory that we're using those two weights to get it just right. To be honest, that Paradym is one of the best drivers you'll find if you're a low handicapper, that it will spin the ball low but create a really good high moment of inertia, so the off-center strikes are still managed very well. It's a really delicate balance when it comes to getting a driver that spins low, and that's forgiving. I think this AI Smoke Triple Diamond is going to be one of the best high-speed, low handicapper, strong ball striker drivers for 2024. Mark my words, you heard it here. The Max Fast, then, be careful. It's a fixed driver. It doesn't come with any adjustability. Has a big weight at the back, it's got a longer footprint, but it's a fixed shaft, so there's no adjustability in the hosel. So this is a buy as you see driver. We're not going to see much of this from the fitting side of things because the Max is going to do all of the work that we want to do, and it comes with the adjustability as well. So maybe that driver is something that you'll buy straight off the shelf and plug it in, but as we're a custom fitting outfit, probably not going to do a lot here. The ladies driver then is just a different colorways, slightly lighter, shorter shaft, but in terms of drivers, pretty much the same in the same three, just in a different colorway and slightly lighter for the girls. To be honest, we use gents drivers and ladies drivers the same way because we don't really see any difference other than slight bit of balance weight, but because we build everything here anyway, we can customize the weight irrespective. Right, shafts in this thing. Okay, so if you're looking for more speed, so if you're slower speed, slower swinger, you're struggling to get the ball in the air, let's go into that MaxD driver. Let's get the loft up on that. Let's get the sleeve lofted up on that. And then let's get 50 gram, maybe 55 gram shafts into this. Keep the kick point low. It will help to drive the ball forward, help to get the ball into the air, help to maybe negate some of those slices that you get. If you're looking for more distance from this club, use a lighter weight shaft. Trust me, it will help a lot. Maybe get it, the shaft flex a little firmer than you would normally, just try and keep control of it, but certainly keep it light. As you go into the Max, then maybe bring the weight up a little bit maybe. But we will use lighter weight shafts in this because again, we're customizing the weight and the hosel to get this driver to optimize for our golfer, irrespective of the handicap. We're more working the driver around the miss and then managing the miss through the right type of shaft, the right length, the balanced weight, where the weight's positioned within the head, and then customizing the hosel as kind of bringing all the parts of the driver together to suit that type of golfer. If you're a Triple Diamond, you're going to want to go up in weight. Get it up into the 65, 70s, even 75 gram. Keep the shaft weight heavy. It will help to lower that ball flight for you. Works really well with that head. We're using a lot of KBS TD graphite in there. We've got some Fujikura going in there for the better player. Helps to kind of stabilize the head at impact, manage those high speeds, and keep spin off the driver. If you're going for the fast, comes with one shaft, plug and play as they say, but keep it light as you can because it's going to help with this lightweight shaft, keep that speed up, keep the driver going forward for you. Lady shafts, we're using a lot of 40 gram in Mitsubishi. Tends to be a great shaft for that driver. And lighter weight, a lot more kick point, a lot more launch, a lot more height, and a lot more carry. If you're looking for more carry, this is the driver that's going to do that for you because it is going to launch high and spin low. But like I said earlier in the video, keep the loft up. Okay, in summary, this driver is going to be one of our hottest drivers for custom fitting this year in the Bay. I can tell you that for a fact because it has one of the most adjustable factors to the club. The sliding weight, the hosel, the way that the head manages flight, the way that it keeps spin down, the way that it's so lightweight that the weight when I place it or move it has a profound effect on how the driver manages itself to impact and helps me negate the bad shot out there. Last bit of advice, let's keep the loft up on this thing. Don't go down on the low down and loft and think that you're going to drive it along the ground and get more run from it. Get the loft up, get the flight in the air. I remember an old coach said to me once, how do you hit the ball further? You keep it in the air for longer. So that's my tip of the day. Bottom line is, this AI Smoke Paradym driver from Callaway, it gets the thumbs up from me. Get the settings right, get the spec right. You'll certainly see those drives a little bit longer maybe, but certainly much more accurate.